Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. The Miami Dolphins are at a crossroads as rumors intensify around the future of their star. Cornerback Jalen Ramsey, since general manager Chris Grier openly signaled the team's intention to move on from Ramsey back in April, speculation about his next destination has been relentless. Ramsey, known for his lockdown coverage and aggressive style, has been a cornerstone of the Dolphins' defense, but the shifting dynamics in Miami suggest a major shakeup is on the horizon. With his departure increasingly likely, the Dolphins face a critical decision: rely on internal options or seek an external replacement to maintain their defensive edge going into the 2025 season. Internally, Miami has promising young talent such as Kader Kohou, Storm Duck, and Cam Smith, who could step up and fill the void left by Ramsey. These players have shown flashes of potential, and the coaching staff might trust them to develop into reliable starters. However, betting solely on unproven players could be risky, especially given the team's aspirations for a deep playoff run. The cornerback position is too vital in today's pass-heavy NFL to leave to chance. That's why many analysts argue the Dolphins should explore the trade market to bring in a proven talent that can immediately boost their secondary. One intriguing name that has surfaced in trade talks is Kansas City Chiefs cornerback Jaylen Watson. According to Pro Football Network's Brandon Austin, Watson could be the perfect fit for the Dolphins if Ramsey moves on. Watson's journey from a 7th-round pick to a key player on a championship team speaks volumes about his resilience and talent. Despite suffering a serious ankle injury last season, he came back strong for the playoffs, even starting in the Super Bowl. His ability to bounce back from injury and perform on the biggest stage highlights his durability and competitive spirit. The Chiefs' roster moves suggest they might be open to trading Watson. With the addition of Christian Fulton in free agency and the drafting of Noah Williams, Kansas City has bolstered their cornerback depth significantly. Plus, they have Trent McDuffie, an all-pro talent commanding a hefty salary. This creates a financial and roster logjam that makes Watson somewhat expendable, especially since he is entering free agency soon. Instead of risking losing him for nothing, the Chiefs might prefer to trade him and gain assets in return, making Watson a potentially available star on the market. Watson's career so far has been a testament to perseverance and steady improvement. Drafted 243rd overall in 2022, his rise from a late-round pick to a starting cornerback on a 2-time Super Bowl champion team is impressive. His stat line, 114 tackles, an interception, and 2 sacks, reflects a player who contributes in multiple facets of the game. His ability to step up in crucial moments, such as his memorable 99-yard interception return against Justin Herbert during his rookie season, showcases his playmaking capability and flair for the dramatic. Despite being mostly a role player early on, Watson earned the trust of Chiefs head coach Andy Reid by the start of the 2024 season, securing a starting spot. Unfortunately, his season was cut short by a serious leg injury, a broken tibia and fibula that landed him on injured reserve. Yet his return for the playoffs, including appearances in the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, proved his commitment and readiness to perform under pressure. This comeback only adds to his appeal as a potential acquisition for the Dolphins. For Miami, acquiring Watson would mean bringing in a cornerback with playoff experience and a championship pedigree, qualities that are invaluable for a team looking to build a winning culture. He is still young and has shown flashes of brilliance that could be refined under Miami's defensive coaching staff. Pairing him with emerging talents like Kohou and Duck could create a formidable secondary unit that blends experience and youth, potentially mitigating the loss of Ramsey's leadership and skill on the field. However, this trade idea is not without risks. Watson's injury history, though he recovered well, could be a concern for a team that demands durability from its defensive backs. Moreover, integrating a new cornerback into Miami's defensive scheme will require time and effort. Chemistry and communication in the secondary are critical. and any disruption could affect the team's overall defensive performance. Still, given the stakes, the potential rewards of acquiring a player with Watson's background might outweigh this. Challenges as the offseason progresses, the Dolphins front office will have to weigh these factors carefully. Will they trust their young corners to step up, or will they make a bold move to trade for Jaylen Watson? The Chiefs' willingness to negotiate combined with Watson's availability sets the stage for a possible blockbuster trade that could reshape Miami's defense. With training camp approaching, the Dolphins need clarity and direction in their secondary, and securing a player like Watson might be the key to maintaining their competitive edge in a tough AFC East. In the end, the Jalen Ramsey saga is far from over, but it's already sparked an exciting domino effect in the NFL. If Miami decides to move on, bringing in a player like Jaylen Watson could signal a fresh chapter for the Dolphins defense, one filled with hope, resilience, and the hunger to build on past successes. For fans and analysts alike, this trade speculation adds an intriguing subplot to the upcoming offseason, promising plenty of drama and strategic maneuvers as teams prepare for what could be a thrilling 2025 NFL season. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans, and NFL aficionados from all around the globe, fasten your seatbelts because we might be witnessing one of the most shocking moves of this offseason. Yes, you heard it right. Rumors are swirling, whispers are getting louder, and the streets of Miami are buzzing with one name, MICAH Parsons. That's right. The Dallas Cowboys superstar linebacker has reportedly been spotted in Miami, and sources close to the situation claim that he could be on the verge of signing with none other than the Miami Dolphins. Imagine that, folks. MICAH Parsons, the defensive phenom, donning the aqua and orange. Nothing is official yet, of course, but you know how these things go. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and right now Miami is practically engulfed in it. Now, before everyone goes completely wild, let's break down what we know so far. Reports began circulating late last night when a private jet, allegedly carrying Parsons, landed at Miami International Airport. Eyewitnesses claim that Parsons was seen stepping off the plane with his agent and several members of his inner circle. The speculation grew exponentially when a well-known Dolphins insider tweeted a cryptic dolphin emoji followed by a pair of eyes. Classic social media breadcrumbs. Of course, this set off a chain reaction across Twitter, Reddit, and all the NFL forums, with fans and analysts alike trying to piece together what this all could mean. Could Parsons really be trading in that iconic star for some sunshine and palm trees? For those who might be wondering why MICAH Parsons would even consider leaving Dallas, let's look at the bigger picture. While Parsons has been nothing short of spectacular since entering the league, posting incredible stats and earning multiple Pro Bowl selections, there have been whispers of tension behind the scenes. Some sources have hinted at dissatisfaction with the Cowboys' long-term vision, while others suggest that Parsons is simply looking for a new challenge, a fresh start, and possibly a larger market to further his brand. And let's be honest, what better place to do that than Miami? The lifestyle, the media exposure, and the chance to be a centerpiece of a rapidly rising team. It's all there for the taking. Speaking of the Dolphins, this potential move could be absolutely monumental for their defense. Miami already boasts a solid defensive unit, but adding a generational talent like Parsons could instantly elevate them to one of the most feared defenses in the entire league. Just picture it. MICAH Parsons wreaking havoc alongside Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, and Jevon Holland. Quarterbacks in the AFC East would be having nightmares before even stepping onto the field. The Dolphins have been aggressive in recent years, making key acquisitions to bolster their roster and position themselves as serious Super Bowl contenders. Bringing Parsons into the fold would send a clear message to the rest of the league. Miami is all in, but here's where it gets even more interesting. Contract talks are reportedly already underway, with insiders suggesting that the Dolphins are prepared to offer a massive deal to secure Parsons' services. We're talking about potentially resetting the market for linebackers and edge rushers. Some figures being thrown around suggest a deal north of $130 million with a significant portion guaranteed. That kind of money, combined with the no state income tax advantage in Florida, could be too tempting for Parsons to pass up. Not to mention, the chance to play in a system that could fully unleash his versatility and athleticism is something that any player would have to consider very seriously. Of course, from the Cowboys' perspective, losing a player like MICAH, Parsons would be a devastating blow. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office have always viewed Parsons as a cornerstone of their defense for years to come. But as we all know, the NFL is a business, and sometimes business decisions lead to surprising outcomes. Whether it's cap space concerns, contract disputes, or personal desires, these situations are always complex. Some rumors suggest that Dallas has been hesitant to meet Parsons' contract demands, especially with other key players also seeking extensions. If that's true, Miami swooping in with an offer Parsons can't refuse suddenly makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Dolphins fans are already dreaming about the possibilities. Social media has been flooded with fan-made edits of Parsons in a Dolphins jersey, memes about him enjoying Miami Beach, and predictions about how many sacks he could rack up in a new defensive scheme. The energy is palpable, and you can't help but get caught up in the excitement. After all, adding a player of Parsons' caliber could very well be the final piece of the puzzle for a team that's been knocking on the door of greatness but hasn't quite broken through in the postseason. The Dolphins know that the window is open right now, and making a splash move like this could push them over the top. But let's not forget, until pen meets paper, nothing is set in stone. The NFL rumor mill is notorious for creating storylines that sometimes fizzle out just as quickly as they appear. It's entirely possible that Parsons' trip to Miami is unrelated to football. Maybe he's just enjoying some off-season relaxation. Or perhaps it's a strategic move by his camp to gain leverage in ongoing contract negotiations with Dallas. We've seen this kind of play before, where public appearances fuel speculation and put pressure on front offices to act. Only time will tell whether this is the real deal or just another chapter in the endless soap opera that is the NFL offseason. Still, the timing of all this is what makes it so compelling. The Dolphins are gearing up for what could be a defining season. The AFC is as competitive as ever, and MICAH Parsons is in the prime of his career. If there was ever a time for a blockbuster move, it's now. And for Parsons, joining forces with a team that's hungry, talented, and positioned for success might be exactly what he's looking for. Whether it's about chasing a ring, securing a legacy, or simply enjoying life in one of the most vibrant cities in America, the allure of Miami is undeniable. One thing's for sure, all eyes will be on South Florida in the coming days. So, what do you think, folks? Is MICAH Parsons really about to make the leap from the Dallas Cowboys to the Miami Dolphins? Or is this just another case of off-season hype getting blown out of proportion? Either way, it's stories like these that remind us why we love the NFL, the drama, the intrigue, the endless possibilities. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the developments and bringing you the latest updates as they happen. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below with your predictions, and let us know. Is MICAH Parsons going to be the next superstar to take his talents to South Beach? Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up!